Hello students, today I'm going to be giving you a few facts about the makeup of the Bahamian landscape. And in this lesson we are going to be discussing rocks and soils. The soils, due to the mix of acid and calcium carbonate, produce soils which are alkaline. This greatly reduces the ability of a plant to absorb water. This is characteristic of chalky soils, which are often shallow, stony, and free-draining, which makes them difficult to keep fertile. It is for this reason some persons call the native soil of the Bahamas sterile. The major components that make up soil are rocks, dead and decaying animals, as well as rain and air. In the Bahamas, the soil is generally dry. Therefore, farmers use fertilizers to make their soil richer. Black soils are the most plentiful soils to our islands and have been a part of the farming activity throughout the islands from the 18th and 19th centuries. Farmers have been using this soil for their slash and burn method. The burning added nutrients to the soil. However, after one good year of crop cultivation, the soil got worse. Next, we move on to white soils. White soils are essentially the sand dunes, which means that its sediment is not rich for crop growing and has limited nutrients and minerals needed for cultivating large amounts of fruits and vegetables. Red soils are the unusual part of the mix, as they are soil greens blown in from the Sahara in North Africa over hundreds of thousands of years ago. The red soil was used in pineapple production, and after the mass production of pineapples, the soils were useless. Every time you take a walk outside, every time you go for a stroll down the road, every time you go to the beaches, do you ever notice what's beneath your feet? The beautiful limestone rock, which makes up the Bahamian landscape. Some 200 million years ago, the Bahamas and its islands were non-existent. Millions and millions of years ago, there was a supercontinent called Pangaea. Over time, Pangaea began to split. This process is called continental drift. If you look at the map today, you can clearly see how the 7 continents are like puzzle pieces. This is because of Pangaea, or continental drift, which is still happening today. One thing to take note of was that the limestone during this time was all being formed in the very shallow waters of the Bahamas. This was brought on by the perfect positioning of the early structure and facilitated the formation of the land and the beautiful gradient in color of our seas that we know today.